Have you ever caught yourself, long after an unpleasant conversation, thinking that you could have responded better? When someone's rudeness, sarcastic remark, or brazen question caught you off guard, leaving behind an unpleasant aftertaste and a sense of injustice. We are used to thinking that defense means attack. But true strength lies not in shouting down the offender, but in stripping them of their power over your emotions. King Solomon, whom history recognizes as the wisest of men, left us the keys to managing any conflict. Today, we will break down 5 ready-to-use phrases based on Solomon's Proverbs. These words will become your intellectual shield. They will instantly put anyone who tries to disturb your peace in their place, all while keeping your dignity at an unattainable height. Imagine a situation. Someone tries to jab you with a remark about your appearance, work, or lifestyle. Usually, we start making excuses or getting angry in response. But Solomon said, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." Your ready-to-use phrase, "Your opinion says far more about you than it does about me." Why it works. When a person pours out negativity, they are projecting what they themselves are filled with. By saying this calmly, almost sympathetically, you draw an invisible line. You are not accepting this gift. In psychology, this is called returning responsibility. You are not arguing about whether they are right or wrong. You are simply stating a fact. Their words are their inner world, not your reality. Watch how the offender begins to fumble after these words, because their poison didn't hit its target, but rebounded back to them. A vessel can only pour out what it is filled with. If poison flows from a person, then there is only poison inside them, and your personality has nothing to do with it. Often, people try to hurt us under the guise of good intentions or telling the truth. They ask uncomfortable questions or give unsolicited advice. Solomon taught, "The purposes of a person's heart are deep waters, but one who has insight draws them out." Your ready-to-use phrase. Tell me, what is your purpose in saying this to me right now? Why it works? Manipulation only lives in the shadows. As soon as you bring it into the light, it crumbles. With this phrase, you are not defending yourself. You are forcing the person to reveal their true motives. If they wanted to humiliate you, they will stumble because they cannot tell the truth. "I'm saying this to make you feel worse." Most likely, they will start mumbling, "Oh, I was just saying." At that moment, the initiative completely shifts to you. You didn't let them sting you. You simply asked why they needed the stinger. This technique is called meta-communication, stepping outside the current conversation to discuss the communication process itself. Psychologists use this to uncover hidden agendas. Most manipulations are effective only as long as they remain hidden. There are people who argue just for the sake of arguing. The truth is not important to them. Your irritation is. In the book of Proverbs, it is written, "Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be just like him." These people are often called energy vampires. Their goal is to drag you into an endless debate where they will change the rules of the game on the fly. Arguing with them is like trying to empty the sea with a sieve. Your ready-to-use phrase, "You are right," within the framework of your own worldview. As soon as you say, "but," you are back in the argument. Put a period after the word worldview and be silent. That silence will work for you. This is the pinnacle of wisdom. You formally agree. The phrase, "You are right," instantly extinguishes the aggressor's fervor, but immediately set a limit. You are not acknowledging their absolute rightness. You are merely acknowledging their right to have their own, albeit mistaken, opinion. With this phrase, you close the door to further discussion. You do not waste energy proving you are right, because a wise person does not need the approval of someone who doesn't listen. You remain true to yourself, preserving your face and, more importantly, your inner peace. In psychology, this is called validation without agreement. You acknowledge the person's right to their perception of reality without accepting that reality as true. It's a technique from conflictology that helps avoid symmetrical escalation, responding to aggression with aggression. You create psychological distance. You have your reality, I have mine, and they don't have to intersect. This deprives the opponent of grounds for argument because it's impossible to argue with someone who has agreed with you. Sometimes we are caught off guard by such a brazen or absurd statement that words get stuck in our throats. In such moments, we feel pressure. We need to respond quickly and wittily. But haste is the enemy of wisdom. Solomon instructed, "Do you see a person who is hasty in their words? There is more hope for a fool than for them." Your ready-to-use phrase, "I hear you. I need some time to think about that." Why it works? This phrase is your legitimate way to take a pause and step out from under someone else's influence. You are not saying yes, not saying no, not making excuses. You are simply taking back the right to respond onto your own territory. The offender expects your immediate reaction, fear, anger, or excuses, but gets only cold politeness. This disarms them because the aggressor's script is broken. This phrase is best used during emotional blackmail or when you are pressured for an immediate decision. For example, either "you do this now" or "we're done." The offender relies on your fear of loss. By taking a pause, you show that you are the master of your own time and that no one can force you to act impulsively. In stress psychology, it is known that an aggressor tries to trigger a capture reaction in you to make you act on emotions, fight or flight. By taking a pause, you demonstrate high emotional self-regulation, showing that your reactions do not belong to the offender, but are entirely under your control. The greatest damage is not caused by others' words, but by how long we allow them to echo in our heads. Solomon said, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Your ready-to-use phrase, which you say first and foremost to yourself or aloud, "I don't allow this to become my problem." Why it works? When someone says something nasty to you, they are offering you a load. If you get angry, you picked it up. If you get offended, you are carrying it. With this phrase, you declare, "This is your load, and you are the one who will stay with it." This is the final break in the connection with the toxic person. When someone tries to offend you, imagine a transparent, bulletproof glass between you. The offender's words are sticky mud. They throw it, it slides down the glass without touching your clothes. This phrase is your way of confirming that the glass is in place. We suffer not from events themselves, but from how we perceive them. You are making a conscious decision. I do not perceive your attack as something important to me. This is an act of psychological hygiene, preventing you from getting stuck in negative experiences. The wisdom of King Solomon is not about having the sharpest tongue. It is about your heart remaining a calm lake, no matter what stone is thrown into it. Remember, silence often sounds louder than any shout, and dignified silence puts people in their place more effectively than 1,000 words. Which of these 5 phrases seems the most difficult for you to apply? Share your experience in the comments. How do you usually respond to rudeness? Your stories help us all become wiser. Subscribe to the channel Wisdom of the Ages so you don't miss the lessons of those who knew the truth long before us. Peace to your home and strength to your spirit.